Hi, Beth.
Hey, Miguel.
Look, it is our studio audience.
It is.
We are recording live at 12:07 a.m. here at our hotel at the Residence Inn Marriott at WonderCon 2017. Yeah, right across the street, amongst all the construction. And this will be our first ever YouTube video for our brand new Film Geeks TV web series that coincides with Film Geeks San Diego and the screenings we do. So this is bringing our San Diego screenings to the world. And what are we talking about today?
Something not in San Diego at all.
No, in Hollywood, California, starting on Thursday, April 6th. Taking up Hollywood Boulevard, several screens is the Turner Classic Movies Classic Film Festival, one of our favorite shows.
Yes, it is.
And I have myself prepared my watch list for the entire
I
weekend.
have prepared nothing.
Yeah, this will be a fun show because I think, an idea, although, you know, it remains to be seen whether or not I'm going to fall through on these particular titles. But since you haven't had a chance to really look, maybe we can...
I've looked. My problem is I have made no decisions.
No decisions.
No decisions. Because the difficult part about TCM is the fact that there are 80 films over, let's see, what is it?
4 days.
5 venues?
Yeah, 5 venues.
5 venues. So there's 80 films over 5 venues, which means you can never see all the films. And how many can we get to? Like 20?
Normally we get to about 19, 20, depending on how long some of the films are. Now in the past, we've been able to do 19 or 20 because we tend to be at what I call house 4 people, which means we go to the smallest theater house to see some of their Discovery Series films, which tend to be films from the early 1930s, and they're typically shorter films. Yeah, sometimes 70-minute, 80-minute films. So because they're shorter, we could fit more into a weekend. But I believe we're not at house... Well, from my list, I'm not at house 4 very much, and I think their Discoveries have moved to house 6. To
a bigger venue.
To a bigger venue, which, you know, after last year, there were a lot of people who couldn't get into films they wanted to see. And I think they misjudged how popular some of those titles would be. The Discovery Series are my favorite things. That's one of my rules is when it comes to a choice between one film over another, I decided long ago to go with the one I hadn't seen before.
Which makes it tough because there are some great classics that are screening that I would love to see with an audience on a big screen. Some of these in 35.
Yes.
It's tough. Do you really want to pass up the Marx Brothers and Dr. Strangelove?
Yeah, and they're so great.
Even when there's something brand new that you haven't, or not brand new, but
something
brand
new to
new
you.
To us.
Yeah, was it Scorsese who said no movie's old if you haven't seen it before?
That's right.
So they have a nitrate booth at the Egyptian.
Yes, they do.
And I want to watch that. I want to watch as many of those as possible. That has gone that's defined some of my choices, is that nitrate booth. Things shown on nitrate film stock. Shall we start at the beginning?
Sure.
All right, so the first official day is Thursday, April 6th, as we said. Many people come up the Wednesday prior to have parties and such, but I think we'll be coming up early on Thursday. One thing I would like to come up early for is Richard Edwards, who is, he was one half of the Out of the Past podcast, as well as the professor who did the Summer of Noir class 2 years ago, is having a meetup at 11 a.m. on Thursday for Hitchcock fans. And I believe we can count ourselves among that number.
We're going to be showing Rebecca as part of our Famous First.
We will be showing Rebecca as part of our Film Geeks Famous Firsts. We can talk about that amongst our fellow Hitchcock fans. Among, I guess...
Maybe inspire a few people to come to San Diego.
I hope so. I hope we can bring people down. Why not? Which gives us a long stretch of Thursday time between that and some of the films that evening. But they do have a Remembering Robert Osborne event at 12:30 at the Chinese Theater 1, which I think are going to be many of Robert's colleagues, Mr. Osborne's colleagues, giving some eulogies, and I thought I might go check that out. What are you thinking for the evening?
Well, with our press passes, we're not allowed into the in the heat of the night screening.
Yes.
So, for me, I think it's going to be down to either Love Crazy, which is William Powell and Myrna Loy, and I believe this is the one where everything is backwards.
Yes.
They decide to celebrate their anniversary in reverse, starting with dessert. So, that one is a delight, and it has Jack Carson as the secondary male character who constantly is taking his shirt off and pretending to shoot a bow and arrow because he's an archer.
Yes.
And they think he's insane, and they put him in a loony asylum. So, anyway, that is a wonderful screwball comedy. And the other option would be a documentary, Dawson City, Frozen Time, which
I've never seen.
Well, but this is about finding a bunch of film, including a bunch of nitrate film.
And because it's brand new. Oh, crap.
It's a new documentary about a discovery of film, which I thought when I heard about this, because we're in an age of fake news, it made me think of Forgotten Silver, which is the Peter Jackson film about the long-lost director of New Zealand, the Orson Welles of New Zealand, whose magnum opus was lost and then discovered. So, but I did get to speak with Charles Tavish, who's the programmer, and he assured me that this is actually a real documentary about a real find. Even though we're no longer on April Fool's Day, so this is the truth. This is the real facts.
This is the real facts.
So those would be my choices, but they are up against, there's Some Like It Hot, which is Billy Wilder's perfection.
It's wonderful, but we've seen that before.
Jezebel, which is
also fun.
Betty Davis.
Yeah.
And a tribute to Gene Wilder with that's Poolside with Willy Wonka.
Right. And I must say, we haven't done any poolsides over the years. And what is our reasoning for avoiding the pool? Not avoiding, but choosing other films over the poolside.
Considering how much care is taken with the other venues in terms of the quality of the film print and the quality of the projection, poolside leaves a little to be desired in terms of the actual viewing experience.
Right, because you are kind of more in a it's more casual.
Yes.
Yeah, it's more casual. And
you could actually, I think, float in the pool and watch the movie.
Which would be nice.
Would be fun.
But if it comes between that and going into a theater.
Plus, Willy Wonka overlaps 2 films. So on Thursday night, if you went to Willy Wonka, you would have to miss 2 movies.
Which that pretty much decides that. I think I'm going to go to this Dawson City documentary. I'm curious about that.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of snippets of films that have never been seen.
Mm-hmm. Well, that follows another difficult choice for the second and final film of Thursday night.
Yes. Actually, all 4 of these films are great.
All 4 are great, yeah. And all 4 I've seen before. So, I have not seen that Discovery, actually.
The I'm All Right, Jack?
I don't think I've seen I'm All Right,
brilliant.
Jack. It is brilliant?
It's a British comedy. Peter Sellers.
Oh, Peter Sellers. 1959, Peter Sellers. Crap.
One of his first films, I believe.
But it's up against the original 1934, The Man Who Knew Too Much, showing at the Egyptian on silver nitrate film. So...
But you're going to break your rule.
But I'm going to break my rule about the discoveries. Mm-hmm. I have seen The Man Who Knew Too Much many times. Never seen it projected, though. But that doesn't count, does it?
I don't know. I don't know how bendy you want your rules.
I'm going to just put an aside here, possibly.
I've seen all 4 of those films, so I can't go to the one that I haven't seen.
And what are you choosing? So the 4 films are...
The Man Who Knew Too Much, early Hitchcock. Harold and Maude, brilliant Hal Hatchby, dark comedy about suicide. Requiem for a Heavyweight. And then I'm All Right, Jack, which is the British comedy.
Jack. And that one is brilliant, you said.
It's brilliant. It is brilliant.
What theater is that in? House 6. So see, the Discovery seems to have moved to House 6.
It's possible.
House 4 has become House 6. I might have to do the Discovery. I might have to forego the first.
But there's going to be many more nitrate films.
There will be. There will be. I will tell myself that. I have just made my first change, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to Friday night. Friday early day. So this is where talking about a film that takes up the whole day.
Yes, this is a really tough call.
It's a tough call, and you can talk about why it's a tough call, because we have seen It's a Mad, 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 Mad World projected many times. So it shouldn't be a tough call. It should be like, oh, it's a Mad, Mad,
and
Mad,
it's
Mad
long, so it knocks out 2 movies.
Yes.
By going to that.
Easily, yes. But special presentation.
Special presentation by Ben Burt and Craig Barron. And they do brilliant presentations.
So good.
They did a wonderful one for Adventures of Robin Hood, where they dissected the sound effects for the arrow.
And then they did it for Gunga Din.
Gunga Din.
Yes, when they they're talking about the bugle blasts and the gunshots and how difficult it was to do that. It's so much fun because their presentations are so lively and entertaining and engaging.
And they've brought home movies from both of those. So they had, I think, Basil Rathbone's home movies for Robin Hood and Douglas Fairbanks Jr.'s home movies from Gunga Din.
From Gunga Din,
to show. So that spiced up those.
And it's like, I would like to go to the presentation and then maybe go see another film, but I would be, even if I did that, I would be either late for or missing a film. And one thing I did want to see is they're doing a presentation of animated cartoon shorts from the legendary Ub Iwerks, who I love because he did things like Skeleton Frolics, which I really love, and he's a pioneer in the world of animation, so I wanted to see that presentation. I was thinking about that. But what else do we have against that?
Well, we've got another Discovery film, Rafters Romance.
Which I've not seen.
I've not seen. Maltese Falcon, which is a classic noir.
Early.
Cry the Beloved Country, which is an early anti-apartheid film.
Mm-hmm.
And then Beyond the
Yeah, and then that's the Ub Iwerks. Yeah. And it has Leslie Iwerks will be presenting with the Ub Iwerks cartoons. I think I might choose that still. Go see some animation.
Have no idea what.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I forgot who was in Rafters Romance.
Ginger Rogers, your favorite.
Yeah, maybe I can skip that. But Cry the Beloved
I can
Country.
tell when something is going to lead Beth away. And Ginger Rogers is one of those.
Well, because the other one, Cry the Beloved Country, is also...
that's an intense one. It's a House 4.
Yep.
Little House 4.
Yep. I'm going to be making that decision at the last moment, too.
All right. So, Beth, it's down to Cry the Beloved Country, or what would it go against for you? Rafter Romance?
I might try. I'm going to have to see how I feel that morning. What mood I'm in.
Sometimes that's the fun, is not knowing till the last possible minute. Moving on.
Well, and actually part of the planning also involves when does your film get out?
Yes.
And what's the film you want to see
That's
after
true.
it? And do you have enough time in between the two to make the one you want to get to?
And the shortest one is the cartoon presentations.
Yes.
But let's look at our choices. We've got 1 Hour with You, which I've not seen.
I've not seen either.
It's part of their... So let's talk for a second.
Oh, it's an Ernst Lubitsch comedy.
Shit.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
This stuff is brilliant. And then there's Born Yesterday, which I've seen a lot.
That I've seen, yeah.
But there's also Beat the
Devil, which I have not seen.
Which is brilliant.
So I actually have Beat the Devil on my list. That's what I'm going to see.
Beat the Devil is definitely worth.
Yeah.
Now 11 Bogart.
Yep. Bogey. And he backed the film, from what I read?
I don't remember. But it's a film that did very poorly when it came out because nobody appreciated the perverse sense of humor.
Yeah, it's a satire, basically.
Yeah, it's a spoof on movie making.
From 1953, so a very early spoof on movie making. I'm very interested in seeing that, as I have not seen it. So that was a pretty easy pick for me.
I'm still torn.
You're still torn.
Because I haven't seen the 1 Hour with You, but I've never seen Beat the Devil on the big screen.
Like, I would like to see Lady Sings the Blues, which is another one. But that's another one that's a very long biopic.
The theme of this year's TCM Festival is comedy. Make them laugh. But one of the tracks of comedy is not comedy. It's Hey, That's Not Funny. And that is comedians in serious roles.
Yes.
So in Lady Sings the Blues, you have Richard Pryor playing character serious character in the Billie Holiday biopic.
Yeah.
So.
And I've seen Lady Sings the Blues.
Really attractive Billy D. Williams.
Wow. That's redundant.
Probably.
It's a great film. I would like to see it projected, but
it knocks out 2 movies.
It knocks out 2 movies. It knocks out Beat the Devil, and it would knock out the next film I want to see, which is Panique.
Panique, yes, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any choice except for the fact that
Monkey Business.
Missing the Marx Brothers.
How can you say no to the Marx Brothers
It's hard.
unless it's Panique? So I'd really.
Which I believe might be the only foreign language film
for the whole.
No. I think Ilya Kazan's America is predominantly in a foreign language.
Also, Bruce Goldstein is introducing Panique, and I really like his introduction. So that's nice. I can't wait to see that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the films it's up against though are The Princess Bride, which I believe Rob Reiner is going to be there.
Rob Reiner will be there, but it's Princess. I love Princess Bride is a fun movie, but it's not why I go to the TCM Classic Film Festival.
And Monkey Business and Barefoot in the Park.
Yeah. But Monkey Business is hard to say. That was the difficult decision.
That was tough.
That was cruel, Charlie. Cruel.
And it's also fun to see the Marx Brothers with an audience.
I know.
It's fun to see them people out. All right.
Moving on after Panique.
Yes. We have The Bridge on the River Kwai.
Brilliant film, but
again,
long. You'd have to miss it.
Knocks out 2 movies.
Yeah. I've seen it projected before.
Same thing with Broadcast News.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but then the other 3 are difficult because there is a Discovery film, so this is Paris.
Which is the one I'm leaning toward.
And there is also The Magic Box, though, is an amazing film. And that's also about Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's W.C. Fields.
Yeah, W.C. Fields, yeah. Never Give a Sucker an Even Break. Great film. I've seen it a bunch, though. But I'm thinking I'm leaning, so this is Paris because it's 1928.
It's another Ernst Lubitsch film.
It's Lubitsch. It's 1928. It's old. I'm thinking I'm going for the next one for a special presentation. Let's see what you've got.
I don't know. We have Red-Headed Woman, which is one of the Discovery films, which is early Jean Harlow. Actually, there's only early Jean Harlow.
Since she died she was 36 when she died.
Vigil in the Night, which is one of the Hey, That's Not Funny because it's Carole Lombard in a serious role.
Which I've not seen, actually. Vigil in the Night.
And then the great Nickelodeon show. And then at Poolside is Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Which I love, but good Lord, have I seen that so many times.
And it knocks out 2 films.
Yeah, it does knock out 2 films. The great Nickelodeon show I have tentatively on my list because I am fascinated by early cinema and how it used to be, kind of a carny, one person at a time viewing experience. And I kind of want to see what they have as a special presentation. Their presentations are usually really excellent. So that's my choice right now.
All right, so then we have High Anxiety with Mel Brooks.
Lots of fun.
Laura, which is the nitrate film.
That's my choice.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the nitrate film.
I love Laura, and to see it on nitrate, it's going to be awesome.
20th Century, of course, has the delicious Carole Lombard.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cat People.
That one was hard because I love Cat People so much, and if it wasn't Laura on nitrate going against it, it would have been no contest.
And then there's
Val Lewton.
Redheads from Seattle
in 3D. Yeah, I know.
Redheads really pop.
I know. In 3D. That was a little bit tough, but with Cat People and Laura, everything else kind of falls to the wayside, and it really came between Cat People and Laura. And Laura won out because it's on nitrate. So there you go.
Of course, these are our choices. We may not get in. Also, there's the other issue at.
The good news is, if we can't get into Laura, there's a lot of time to get into Cat People.
Yes.
So.
Well, not a lot, but.
There's a good hour there. Yeah. So I think we can do it.
And then, of course, the piece de résistance for the end of the night.
For the midnight screening on Friday, the 7th of April, we have Zardoz. And we have some plans for Zardoz. Should we mention what these plans are or keep it a surprise?
I think we can mention it.
Okay.
It's going to be a very small quantity.
A very small quantity. So first come, first serve. How are we even going to do that?
Yeah, first come,
first come, first serve. I think that's fair. Charlie better get us
or somebody could bribe me with buttons. We'll trade a cookie for a button.
Well, you just revealed what you're going to do.
Yes, I'm making Zardoz cookies.
Yes.
They're little Sean Connery cookies.
In his little wonderful get-up in Zardoz. If you've seen it, you know what we're talking about.
I just haven't decided what flavor Sean Connery should be.
Cinnamon.
Gingerbread.
Cinnamon spice.
Gingerbread or,
Well, he's Scottish, so...
Shortbread.
Shortbread.
I don't know. They don't make the best cookies for
No,
frosting.
I know. That's the problem.
So, could be gingerbread. Could be cinnamon.
I can see a little cinnamon spice.
It could be a sugar cookie.
Oh, that would be good. Saturday. Right. Early in the morning after...
Red River.
We're
doing a Carpenter series.
That's true.
And Joanne Drew in that is very much like the female character in Assault on Precinct 13.
And we have discussed this.
But there's Court Jester, which is classic Danny Kaye.
I like Arsenic and Old Lace a lot.
Arsenic and Old Lace is great.
Yeah.
I'm the son of a sea cook. There's China Syndrome.
Yeah.
And there's Stalag 17. So, yeah.
Yeah, Red River.
I think for me it's going to be Red River.
At 9 a.m.
Yes.
After getting home at, what will probably be 3 a.m. after Beth and I inevitably have a sketchy TJ dog sold on the street. Red River it is at 9 a.m. So let's go to what is after that.
I think it's got to be Great Dictator.
You're going with Great Dictator?
I think so.
I thought about it. That's
saw
really
Rear
hard.
Window
yeah.
At the Balboa.
Great Dictator is perfect for our current political climate. That it is, and it's an amazing film. But I have not seen this David and Lisa, so I was thinking maybe that.
Which is good.
I have not seen it.
It's not a film that I would be terribly excited to see again.
Right. So you have
Last Picture Show would be and there's also The Awful Truth, which is a brilliant screwball comedy.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
But I just saw Rear Window, so I'm not tempted
by
that.
But yeah, many times have I seen that. Yeah, Peter Bogdanovich will be at the Last Picture Show.
I think I really want
Great
to
Dictator.
Great Dictator.
I think I might join you on that then. I'll make a little change from David and Lisa to Great Dictator.
David and Lisa is a good film, but it is a film that is fine on a small screen, I found.
Right. Whereas Great Dictator is... I've actually never seen Great Dictator projected. It's kind of like
Plus, it's going to be fun seeing with an audience in this particular political climate.
It will, and I'm wondering if in an introduction that's going to come up. I'm wondering. Will they have the cojones
I believe
to bring it up?
My podcast with Charles Tavish is coming up.
Okay.
And he does address the fact that they did pick some of these films because of the political climate.
Not
all of them.
The Great Dictator has to be in that list, though.
But it is a comedy, so it does fit into their Make 'em Laugh
series.
That's true.
So. That is true. We've got a lot of movies coming. I know you want to see Bye Bye Birdie.
Haha. Bye Bye Birdie's fun.
Yes,
I don't think so.
The Jerk would be fun.
The Jerk would be fun because Carl Reiner is going to be there.
Carl Reiner.
There's also The Underworld Story.
Yes, that's my choice.
Which is...
Never seen it.
Good possibility.
I've never seen it.
But there's also America, America, which is Elia Kazan's
Excellent film.
And that does fit into our political climate as well.
Yes, it does.
Looking to immigrants, the immigrant story.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also very hard to resist Laurel and Hardy, Way Out West.
Oh, I know. That would be so fun.
Their lovely dance.
Yeah, I think that one was purely Underworld Story for me. I had never seen it. It's a discovery. It's got an Eddie Muller introduction. I like Eddie Muller's introductions. So Way Out West and America, America were very tough contenders. But I think I'm going to go with Underworld personally.
Yeah, it's between America, America and Underworld.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. We have...
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever. Theodora Goes Wild, screwball comedy.
Yep.
Best in Show, which...
Tempting.
Is very tempting.
Tempting. Especially since they have a lot of people in part of their introductions.
Street Scene.
Street Scene.
Which is a Discovery film.
Yeah, it is. I've never seen it.
King of Hearts, which is charming with Alan Bates and Genevieve Bujold. And Planet of the Apes.
And Planet of the Apes is a poolside.
I know.
I love Planet of the Apes.
And that would knock out a second film.
It would knock out a second film.
Dang.
I have Street Scene right now as my choice because of my whole see what I haven't seen bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 1931 pre-code.
Mm-hmm.
It's at House 4, my lovely House 4. So a lot of things are making me lean towards Street Scene. But yeah, King of Hearts and Best in Show, it would just be a lot of fun to see those movies.
Yes.
But I'm going Street Scene.
I think I'm going to go see Street Scene.
Okay, excellent. We're on the same. 9 p.m. was a hard one for me.
Yes.
It was a hard one for me. This was my last one I decided. The last one.
Well, we have The Graduate.
The Graduate, amazing.
Black Narcissus on Nitrate.
One of my favorite films on Nitrate. Oh,
Top Secret.
so fun.
Which I believe is having the Zuckers.
Yeah.
And
it really doesn't get that much funnier than Top Secret.
Top Secret's pretty good.
And it's with that crowd.
But they also have Unfaithfully Yours, which is Preston Sturges.
Great film. Oh, anything's Preston Sturges.
And The Incident.
And The Incident. Like, every one of those titles is awesome. Mm-hmm. Every one of them. And they're at pretty much exactly the same time.
Oh, yeah, you can't. You have to choose.
Yeah, it's hard. Right now, I have written down Black Narcissus. It's, as much as seeing either The Incident, Unfaithfully Yours, or Top Secret would be so fun, Black Narcissus for me is like, well, for a lot of reasons, a religious experience. It's highly cinematic, so it needs to be seen on a big screen.
It'll look gorgeous.
And in that silver nitrate format, I have to go with Black Narcissus.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I would too.
That's so hard. I'm feeling pain, physical pain, saying it right now. But
well, and we'll also have to see how popular those nitrate films are. If it's
That's
going to
true.
be a struggle to get into them.
Mm-hmm. And besides, the Egyptian might go up in flames, so we'll see what happens there too.
No. That's why they built the special booth.
That's why they built the booth.
You have to have a firewall when you have nitrate.
Oh, man.
That's part of what they do.
I'm going Black Narcissus. And that's going to go until our midnight screening for Saturday. So I want to know what you think about this particular choice.
Kentucky Fried Movie?
Kentucky Fried Movie.
In terms of, do I think it's appropriate?
Oh, it's totally appropriate, but I mean, are you excited about seeing that one?
Oh, it'll be fun. At midnight, it's
my
perfect.
God.
I think I might be less excited about it like
Then
at
in
9 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
But as a midnight film, because...
We'll be so loopy.
Yeah, because midnight at TCM means you've gone through probably 3 or 4 films during the day, might have skipped a meal, might not have had sleep the night before.
We will have gone through 5 films if we go on my schedule right now.
We'll have 5 films, possibly skipped a meal, possibly only had a couple hours of sleep previously, might be juiced up on coffee or some other caffeine, might be sneaking cookies into this one.
Almost certainly.
And so you get in this slightly kind of hallucinogenic state.
It is LSD without the chemical, for sure. Every time we go to the midnights, whether it's Nothing Lasts Forever or
Boom.
Roar or Boom.
Boom.
Holy shit, Boom.
I slept during a little bit of it and came back in, and it was
It's the same thing.
bizarre.
Yeah, it's a strange experience.
Yes.
Now, Kentucky Fried Movie, there's something for me kind of perversely exciting about knowing I'll be with the TCM crowd at midnight while Ushi Daigard is pushing her boobs up against that shower glass. And I know that's crude, but come on, that's amazing. That's our Saturday night, and then it's going to be final day, Sunday.
Doctor Strangelove is tempting.
Very.
But there's also Cock of the Air, which I've never seen.
Never seen it, so that's on my schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Damn it, Doctor Strangelove.
How can... Yeah, it's so hard to say no to Doctor Strangelove, except I have seen that projected about 6 times,
and
maybe.
It's good
every
single
time.
I
know. It's not fair. But Cock of the Air is what I have.
Yes, I may go to that.
Yeah. Hopefully I won't regret it. But...
there's also Bonnie and Clyde and The Egg and I.
Yeah, now if we chose Bonnie and Clyde, we wouldn't be able to see either Doctor Strangelove or Cock in the Air, so I went...
But we could get an extra hour of sleep.
We could.
It starts later. So that is an option.
The Egg and I.
The Egg and I, which would overlap 2 movies. So
yes,
that's a tough...
that made me...
I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, that's very strange. Sunday is very strangely organized.
They're trying to split us up.
Yeah. Yeah, the front page.
Front page.
This
the
one,
original one.
Yes, from 1931.
Yeah.
Pre-code, which made me, every time I see that 31, the 1929 to 1934 time, pre-code time, I'm always interested. And
I want to go see Lured.
I've settled on Lured myself.
Because this is part of the, hey, that's not funny, because Lucille Ball is in
Ball.
this
Yeah, Lucille
noir.
Ball in a noir film.
Noir film.
And it is introduced by Sarah Karloff.
Yes.
So, yeah. So that sounds like it's going to be that winner. Yeah.
Yes.
That was hard. It was hard to choose Lured, but Lured it was. 2:15 for me. Well, what's next? Oh, I wanted to see The Landlord. I did, but I did not choose it.
There's Palm Beach Story.
Palm Beach Story would be great. The Weenie King. Yeah. I've seen it a bunch, so I didn't choose Palm Beach Story.
And there's Postcards from the Edge, which is part of the tribute to Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds. There's films for each of them. But there's also Republic Preserved.
The special presentations of clips of old lost Republic picture, and that is my choice.
Yeah, I think I have to go with that.
Their special presentations are really not to be missed because with a lot of these films, there is a possibility that you'll both, but some of these special presentations, this is your one in a lifetime chance. This is it. And so Republic Preserved is what I have at 2:15 on my list.
Yes. Following that, there's the option of Singing in the Rain,
which would be great.
Debbie Reynolds tribute. What's Up, Doc, which we recently had shown in San Diego through Film Out. Hell is for Heroes.
Yeah.
And Detective Story. So
what do you think?
I've seen all of
I've seen all four. Yeah. So it's actually in a way for me a harder choice because I don't have the.
Detective Story is part of their tribute to Lee Grant.
And that is what I chose.
Yeah, so she's going to be there.
Yeah, we'll have Lee Grant there. That's cool.
Which also makes it a more popular choice for the audience.
Which means we'll have to run to get there.
Which is harder to get into.
Yeah.
So, and again, when you're going to a festival like TCM, part of your calculation needs to be how hard is the film going to be to get in? Because if you bank on getting into a film that is sold out,
and then you're screwed.
You're screwed because you may not have a chance to get to one of the other screenings, and then you could be shut out. I might have to go with something else, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
And there's always a chance of skipping one film and actually having a meal. Because in 4 days, sometimes you need food.
Yeah, you get lightheaded by the end of this madness. Yes. Our final film.
This is tough, too.
This is very tough.
Because part of what I want to do at TCM, because I interviewed Noah Eisenberg, who just wrote a book on Casablanca. Casablanca is screening for its 75th anniversary.
Yes.
So I do want to interview people about their either memories of Casablanca or their favorite scenes or what they liked. I'm going to try and get a collection of interviews.
And that would go with your Noah Eisenberg. That makes sense.
Interview, so that we can be talking about Casablanca. And one of the things he's pointed out is that he has a whole chapter in the book about how Casablanca is a film about refugees.
Yeah.
Which it is.
It is, absolutely.
And how that plays out right now. So I am partially tempted to go to that so that I might be able to grab some people after the film.
Right.
But there's also Lady in the Dark.
On Nitrate.
And that's a noir.
Yeah.
And
it's a really good one, too.
And there's also Speedy.
Which I have not seen and will have live music accompaniment.
I know, that's tempting. Because their live music is always...
But it's at the Chinese one, which I find interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to do that.
Yeah.
We'll have to get more information. And also, there is a TBA.
There could be a great TBA that will just circumvent all of these.
It could be something we missed that we wanted to see.
I have tentatively put Speedy because of the live music accompaniment with the silent film. Silent film from 1928, so I think it's a late silent, right on the cusp of going to talkies. Casablanca is kind of, for me, I've seen that a billion times projected. And I just saw it projected for Valentine's Day of this year, very recently. However, I do love Noah's book, so I think that's a good idea. He also, by the way, incidentally, wrote the Edgar Ulmer biography.
But I would lean
that's another tough
the
one.
Live presentation.
I would, and that's why I wrote that down. I'm leaning toward. I think that's our only live music one, so I'd like to see that.
I mean, last year they did a absolutely transcendent screening of The Passion of Joan of Arc with a live choir and live orchestra, and Nico and I sat in the balcony, so we got to overlook the orchestra and the choir, and I tell you, that's what church should be like.
Mm-hmm.
It was a amazing experience. I think I had goosebumps the entire time the film was running. So,
wow, there's our preview for 2017's Turner Classic Movies Classic Film Festival. Mm-hmm. We'll probably record a second episode after the fact, mm-hmm. and we'll see how much.
Or we could do mini ones at the end of every day.
Well, we'll certainly have live video going on too, but we could have mini ones at the end of every day. See how our predictions, our previews align with what actually happened. Mm-hmm. We need to do a TJ Dog live video though. So if you're going, hope to see you there. We have a lot of friends we get to see every year at the TCM Classic Film Festival.
We'll have buttons.
We'll have buttons, which you're going to have to just wait and see what we got for you. Until next time, signing off. We are the Film Geeks San Diego.
And upcoming, we have a Famous First on April 14th, which is going to be the first time Toshiro Mifune and Akira Kurosawa work together in Drunken Angel. And that's at MOPA, the Museum of Photographic Arts in Balboa Park. And our Carpenter screening is going to be April 23rd, which is a mere 2 days off from the date that's in the film that John Houseman talks about in the story.
Yes.
That he recounts. And for those of you in San Diego who want to come to that, we are going to have a little campfire read with s'mores before the film. So
now I will say that these John Carpenter screenings have tended to sell out. Yep. So make sure you get on to digitaljim.org/buy-tickets and get your ticket, or just go to Digital Gym and find the ticket link to the Fog, because you don't want to miss out on this. We've got a lot of fun stuff. Yeah, never forget the Film Geek San Diego, bringing you the ultimate in cinematic experiences.